I'm fine.
Yo, what's up? It's my friend Cassie. Welcome back to my show. We talk about adulting, social skills, self-development, and so much more. And today we're talking about what to do when you're overwhelmed and how to save yourself from anxiety. So if you can relate, subscribe to the tribe. We are all growing up, and that means that we have a lot more responsibility, a lot more things that we need to take care of. And we're always on our phone. We have bosses, we have meetings, we have things we have to do, we have jobs, we have to pay our bills. There's so many things we have to do, and there's not enough hours in the day to get them done, and we still have to take care of ourselves. All of that can get overwhelming. If you understand what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments or like this video so I know who I'm talking to. I've been dealing with anxiety my entire life, and I didn't realize how worse it's gotten since maybe a few months ago when I quit my corporate job. I was feeling very overwhelmed and felt like I couldn't get ahead. For the things that I wanted to do, I had to do certain things, and I felt like I didn't have the resources. I felt like I had to do all these things in order to live the life that I wanted, but it felt almost impossible to get there with all these things going on in my head. It felt like it was going to be impossible to get there, impossible to organize my thoughts or get things in order. It wasn't until recently that I noticed how badly anxiety gets in the way, and it's so paralyzing that I end up just worrying about everything, over planning, and getting in my head, and then the day goes by and I get nothing done. But since then, I've been working on it, and that's what I want to share with you today. But before I tell you my tips on how to save yourself from anxiety, I just wanted to remind you guys that whether you are making an important decision, juggling all these tasks and jobs, if you're just overwhelmed with life in general, that you are doing just fine. I know that it doesn't feel like it right now, but you will get through it. Everything will be okay. And I hope that today this video helps you regain control of your life, overcome anxiety, and get you back on track to a more productive day. So when I'm feeling overwhelmed and anxious and it feels like I just can't get ahead and I have all these things to do right on my desk or in my mind, the first thing I learned is to breathe.
Breathe, baby!
Because if you don't get oxygen to your brain, you can't do anything. You can't think clearly. You can't see things the way you need to.
This is a little bit of a problem.
When you are feeling anxious and overwhelmed, you are probably definitely holding your breath or shortening it, or thing is, we don't even notice it. My boyfriend and my best friend have to constantly remind me to breathe, because when I'm anxious about something, when I'm worried about something,
I'm just holding my breath like this and trying to fix things and nothing
happens because I have no oxygen to my brain. So, so one of the things that I suggest is to meditate. And I'm telling you this from somebody who does not meditate religiously or structurally. Meditation is something I am working on, and it has helped me tremendously, although I'm not to the level that I want to be. I'm a pretty ADD, fidgety kind of person, and I rarely sit still. So meditation never seemed attractive to me. But by listening to all the people that I follow, all the successful people that I admire, every single person talks about meditation, so I thought I would give it a try. And I downloaded an app called Headspace, which was suggested by a friend. No, this is not an ad
yet.
But I know that it helped me a lot because I need guided meditation. I can't just sit there and close my mind and try to be all calm, because then it makes things worse. It makes things worse. I need a voice to tell me what to do and kind of how to meditate. But it's pretty cool. I love it. Headspace, there's lots of other ones too that you can use. But yes, meditation has definitely helped. But if you are in a situation if you're at work or you're trying to get stuff done and meditation is just not something that you're going to do, I highly, highly recommend this. Exhaling. Yeah. take a deep breath and take a big one in and take a few in. Not too much so that you'll pass out. So you're checking your emails and things are happening real fast. Your boss is calling you, like whatever it is, your kids are screaming. It takes like 2 seconds to just close your eyes, relax your jaw. That's a new one for me, but relax. I didn't realize how much I was tensing my jaw when I'm super stressed out, overwhelmed, and anxious. I just close my eyes and exhale. Then I can finally take on the task at hand. The second tip I'm going to tell you is something that you probably didn't even think of. When you're feeling anxious and overwhelmed and you feel like you can't think straight, you're trying to breathe, drink a glass of water, dude. Like, don't even realize how dehydrated you are. If you are good at keeping a water bottle next to you, that is awesome. Kudos to you. But if you're like me, I'm not very good at staying hydrated, and it's definitely something that I need to work on. Drinking some water when I'm tense and anxious and stressed out feels like I'm drinking from the fountain of youth.
Like, I totally forgot to drink water and I'm super anxious and my body is freaking out because I'm dehydrated.
And I laugh to myself, like,
What the heck were you thinking?
drink some water. The third tip that I suggest is changing your environment and physical state, if you can. And I know that in some situations it would be incredibly hard or rude or awkward or just impossible. But if you can, remove yourself from the situation. Just go to the kitchen and grab some water, or walk around the block, or just go for a drive, or put down your phone. All of this can help you just freshen up your mind a little bit, because being in an environment with all your stresses is not going to help you organize them and become more productive. The second thing that you can do to change your environment and your physical state is go and work out, go to the gym, sweat a little bit, whatever it is that you like to do for a healthy exercise. Go and do that. And now I'm not saying I'm like a fit girl or anything. Like, I just go to the gym because I know it's healthy for me. I'm getting better at it, but
I like to follow my boyfriend around at the gym.
going to the gym releases endorphins. Almost everybody knows that. And if you don't, endorphins are chemicals that fight stress. So going to the gym and working out and moving your body and sweating actually helps you get out of this fight or flight mode, out of this anxiety, stressed out mode. That is how your body takes care of you. Another way to change your environment and your physical state when you're feeling stressed out is just go and take a shower. Put yourself together, even if you're not going anywhere special. I find it so much easier to organize my life, and I feel so much better about myself and about all my stresses and my worries when I put myself together a little bit, like taking a nice shower, waking myself up a little bit, putting on a little bit of makeup, brushing my hair, brushing my teeth, whatever it is that you do. When I feel like I look normal, I feel normal. You get it? Another way to help you with the environment around you is cleaning up a little bit, tidying up. I'm not saying I'm a clean freak at all. In fact, if you know me, I'm a pretty messy girl. I'm the type of girl that throws everything around when I'm looking for something. I know that when I'm trying to get stuff done, I feel so much better when things are in place, when things have a home. Like, I'm not saying deep clean the entire house, unless that helps you with your stress and anxiety, because I know that really helps a lot of people. But sometimes, like, just going into my room and just putting my stuff away. Like, I'm terrible at putting my laundry away. Like, I'll wash it and then it takes me 2 weeks to put it all away. Anyways, I love to make my bed. That's the one thing I do love, is to make my bed. My parents would be so proud of me right now. I can't believe I just said that. I love making my bed, and it helps me de-stress knowing that things are kind of in place, that I have a clean slate to think, a clean room to think. The fourth part I want to talk about is probably the most crucial, probably the one that is kind of the hardest thing to do, especially when there's so much going on in your mind, but it's going to help you with your future anxiety and your future stress and how to manage it later on. You want to get in the right mindset. Here's the thing. You are human. I say this in almost all my videos. You are human, and there's so much that you can handle, and that is okay. This means, one, don't put so much pressure on yourself. This is something I'm fighting too, because there's so many things that I want to do with my life. There's so many expectations that my parents have on me, that society have on me, that I even have on myself. But if you put so much pressure on yourself, you have no room to grow. You have no room to build on and let your creativity flow. And then you end up worrying about fitting inside this tiny little box that you don't even get anything done, that your anxiety gets even worse. So don't put pressure on yourself. Secondly, stop beating yourself up. Man, this gets me right in the heart, because I feel like if I don't get something done, I just kick myself because, man, I should have done it, or I should have gotten up earlier, or I should have done this. Don't shit on yourself, you know? Stop beating yourself up when you have goals, pretty ambitious goals, and somehow you're not there yet, or it didn't work out, or whatever happened, you didn't get what you want. Stop beating yourself up, because there's so much more to life than just this one little thing that didn't work out. The third part of this is something that I have to deal with all the time, and I'm trying to simplify my life a little bit more, because cliche of the day, don't bite off more than you can chew. I admire you for being ambitious, being motivated, being somebody that has lots of goals and dreams. And I'm telling you, yes, go for them, but don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't shoot yourself in the foot because you said yes and yes and yes to everything without considering the physical and mental capacity that you have. Yes, I am a yes person. I definitely encourage people when you're trying to find yourself or making decisions, just say yes to everything. But don't forget to consider what you can physically do or how many hours in the day that you have. That is where anxiety will get you, when you take on more than you can handle. So just do what you can. Remind yourself that you can only do so much. And all that's asked of you is to just do your best. The fifth thing that I want to share with you is something that I learned while I was trying to juggle all these projects, all these emails, all these messages and meetings in my corporate job. Was I realized that I just need to take one thing at a time. I remember sitting at my desk. It was like had got in like maybe 10 minutes early, and my computer's already buzzing, my phone's already off, my boss is in the other room trying to ask me something, there's another question here, like a lot of things going on. And then I noticed that I made this a habit, that I sit at my desk and I open my email and I read half an email, and then I'll go and answer to somebody, even though that they could probably wait like 5 or 10 more minutes. I go and start another project. I open another email, open a document, I open an Excel sheet, I do this, I do that. And next thing I know, by the end of the day, I have all these projects open and nothing is done. This is something that feeds into anxiety and definitely makes being overwhelmed worse. So take one thing at a time. One thing that really helped me was to write things down, write everything down that I need to do, and then categorize them into what needs to be done right now, what takes priority. It was helpful for me to pick a personal to-do list and a work to-do list. Within those lists, I just picked maybe 2, 3, 4 things that I had to do that really needed to take precedence. And I considered what I can physically get done in one day. Take things one at a time and do what you can. So the last thing I want to talk to you is something that isn't as structured, but it's something that I really wanted to talk to you guys about, because if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I had recently let out a video of me kind of bearing my heart to the internet, and it's something that I've never done, but it's something that I'm really passionate about, and it's being okay with your emotions. And again, being human, you have a whole spectrum of emotions, and good and bad and a little bit of both. And when you're feeling anxious and overwhelmed, there's only so much that you can do. Sometimes you just want to cry it out, and that is okay. Your body needs to do what it needs to do. So if you can, just take a time to yourself and just accept your emotions and know that it's completely normal, that it is okay, that you are still loved, and that take the time to just cry it out, listen to music, do the things that you need to do, and then get back on to productivity so that you can live the life that you want. So when you are feeling overwhelmed, anxious, stressed, worried, remind yourself that you are human. Breathe, exhale, hydrate. Don't beat yourself up. Take one thing at a time, and damn it, believe in yourself. Love yourself. If you have any tips on how to save yourself from anxiety, let us know in the comments below. Share this with a friend who might find this helpful. And if you want more, follow me on Instagram at myfriendcassie. Check out these videos over here, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!